boom, down, be upside down with my something. That'll be too. Uh, what? What did I do? Hello again. Hello, it's me. I thought about it for a long, long time. That it and deep or something wrong. Think of me. Ooh, I know that if I could. Why am I rude, Caro? What did I do? I don't know what's going on with the stream. Because it just said that there were 4 people on, and I was like, bros, talk to me. And no one said anything. And now it says there's 0 people on, and there's people talking. I don't know what's happening. What? What? Why does this keep happening? So you guys were talking? I couldn't see it. I knew something like that was happening. That's why I was like, wait a minute. I think I know what it is. And I restarted the stream. Dang it. That's so annoying. So, like, I don't know what I was missing. I don't know what's going on. Okay, the line's finally moving. Wow. That was going on for a long time then. Okay, someone's texting, huh? Because his line should have moved already. Dummy. I can't stand when people do stuff like that. Like, you should be hypersensitive when you're in a line and there's people behind you waiting to order. Like, I've taken out my phone to text or get on Instagram or whatever when I'm in a drive-thru, but I'm, like, super aware of, like, what's going on. So I'm, like, looking up every 2 seconds. You can't just fall asleep when you're in the drive-thru. People got to get their tacos. Whenever I run away from you. This is crazy. It still says 0 people are watching. Like, you don't matter. You matter to me. YouTube. I don't let YouTube speak for me. Whenever I run away from you, ba-da-dee-dum, da-da-dee-doo-dee-doo-doo, upside down with the something, da-da-dee-da-da-dum-doo, whenever I run away. Oh, okay. All of a sudden, when you say that, now mine says 2 people are watching. Jeez. So, I originally thought that tomorrow... I guess so. I originally thought that tomorrow we would be streaming again. The podcast would be back. But my Chevrolet decided to not work anymore. And I think I briefly mentioned to you guys the other day I was having problems with it. And the guy was like, well, I'll just do this. What is this lady doing? It doesn't even look like she's ordering anymore. She's just like sitting there. What the heck? This is crazy. Taco Bell needs to get their stuff together. Next time I'm going to Pollo Loco. I mentioned that there was some stuff wrong with it, and the mechanic was like, look, I'll do this kind of thing. He kind of Mickey Moused it a little bit. He's like, I'll do this and that and this, and that'll hold you over for a while, and you won't even have to fix it for a while. And I was like, okay, good. And then it went and died on me in the road. So, to be continued.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Doing great. Order whenever right?
Okay, can I get 5 spicy potato soft tacos?
Okay.
And I'm sorry, I can't find them. Do you have something called like cinnamon delights?
Okay. You want that to 2 or 4 or 12?
2,
Okay.
and an order of regular nachos,
Okay.
and a large Pepsi, and that's all.
Any hot dogs?
No, thank you.
Okay, your total comes up to 1072. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Where were we before we were rudely interrupted with my order? Oh gosh, like, man, okay, so when I turned 18, I remember, like, I was one of those kids, like, man, I would really bug my parents for a lot of stuff. Like, I really struggled with, like my one, I don't know if you've ever heard of, like, those love languages, but, like, I really like, what's up, Sarah? Bow, bow, bow. I don't know if you guys have heard, like, of those love language things, but one of mine is definitely gifts. I like getting stuff. And I was just one of those kids. I was like, when it was Christmas time, I was just relentless with my parents, and I had like that. What was it? Like that Toys R Us, like that big fat magazine, and they had them from, like, I mean, we'd get them from Toys R Us, we'd get them from Finger Hut, Target, Kmart, and I would just have them sprawled all over the place. I had all the stuff circled. Whenever new video games came out, I was just always on my parents. What about this? Oh, I want this so much. Oh, please, I'll never ask for anything again. Well, how about this thing? That was just me. I always just wanted all the stuff. And I remember when I was 18, I had just turned 18. I wasn't, I'm not that old. But even when I was 18, it wasn't like it is today. And I know this isn't the case for everyone, especially the kind of people that are in the Squid Squad. I think a lot more people in the Squid Squad can relate to me than, like, other people of today. But I wasn't one of those kids that was like, oh, you're 15, here's a car. That wasn't my case at all. I wasn't going to get nothing until I was 18. I didn't even get my license until I was 18. And I remember I was always talking to my dad, I want a car, I need a car, come on, I need a car, I want to get a job, and I need a car if I'm going to get a job, trying to build up that case, like no one's ever tried that before. And he had this Cadillac that I loved it. And he had it in the garage for, like, over a year. It had been, the battery had died, and then, like, the alternator went out, needed new tires, a bunch of stuff like that. And I remember kind of jokingly saying, okay, fine, how about this? You don't have to spend a penny. You don't have to get me a new car. Just give me the Cadillac, we'll call it even. I was just being an idiot, He gave it to me. I couldn't believe it. He gave it to me. He was like, all right. And I was like, what? Maybe in his mind it was like the frugal, the most frugal thing. Like, well, okay, I really don't have to spend a penny. Just take this thing. He wasn't driving it for almost like 2 years anyway. So he gave me the Cadillac. I still have that car today. It's my baby. I will always love that car. I will always have an intense love for that car. But I've had to put so much work and money into it over the years. So much money. I've put in so much more money than it's worth. But I don't care. I love the car. And it means a lot to me because, of how it was given to me and everything. It's my dad's. Been in the family for a while. It's just a very special car to me. But I have had so many problems with that car. I've changed like everything you can change in that car. And I learned a lot too because I did that part where I spent a great deal of money on it. But then I started to figure out how to work on it myself. I started to read up on it, and I'd watch all these YouTube videos, and then all of a sudden I'm replacing all these things myself, and I'm like this mechanic, and I have car parts all over the driveway, and I'm just completely redoing my car from the inside out. And then besides that car, because we beat the heck out of that car. And then when he first gave it to me, because when he gave it to me, it just needed like a battery and some tires, and I forgot like one other thing. And then I beat the heck out of that car. I was an idiot. I was so stupid. I remember I'd go out in the country and I'd be driving like 110. I was such an idiot. I would do that all the time. Um, all the time. Because it was a Cadillac. Those suckers are strong. Um, and it would reach past 100 easy and fast. And if I was a little late somewhere, oh well, 110, 115. I was an idiot. And I beat the heck out of that car. I'd always be by like, there'd be like a Chevy next to me, Silverado or something, a Tahoe, and they're always like, typical dude in a truck wants to go fast, and I was like, all right, and I'd like race them, and I was just stupid. And I just really, really exhausted that car, and I ended up having to like repair everything on it because I really beat it up. And then like the Chevy, we kind of like took over. We did take over the payments from my sister-in-law, and she destroyed that car. She did not. I remember the first time we ever got in it, and I drove it. I was like, oh gosh, oh man. Because I was aware of like how the types of places they went in it and how often they used it and kind of the way they treated it, and I was like, ugh, but we really needed it at the time. But then when it was real and I was sitting in it, I was like, oh dear. And that car has cost us a lot of money too. I did that and circled everything, but just because I like to. I wish I could draw. I'm a horrible. I always wanted to be like an artist, like to be able to draw stuff, and I can't do that whatsoever. My dog fits in an X, but it's too long to fit in anything but small. I've been told. My daughter has Muffy. Yeah, Muffy's a what's it called? I think it's what are those called? I always forget what they call her. Not a terrier. No, not a terrier. Yorkie. And she's like, when she's clean, you guys have seen her all gross. When she's clean, she looks like a nice little, really nice dog. And my daughter's always wanting to dress her up, and my mom always gives her Build-A-Bear clothes to dress her up. It works. I just blame the dog. Yanni, that's such a cool name, Yanni. Oh shoot, is that like a playoff of like Yanni? Like that orchestra dude, but you spelled it like a yawn? That's pretty funny. But Yanni still did it. Oh jeez. See, this is how you do it, folks. This is how you're paying attention to your phone, but you also move swiftly. Okay. How are you still here breathing? What? Oh, because I was an idiot in the car? Yeah. I have no clue. Like, when I think of that now, it's like, I don't know. It's so stupid. I can't even believe that was me. It's so stupid. I can't believe I allowed myself to do that. Were you the one whose sister set your car on fire or something like that? What? Were you the one whose sister set your car on fire? Did I ever have something like that happen? I have the worst memory with stuff like this. Me and Alex almost killed ourselves because we set a bike on fire in a video in his garage with all the doors closed. We talked about that on the podcast. I know Alex's brother Juan Pablo witnessed a van catch on fire and like explode in a parking lot. I can't remember if there... What the heck? Oh my... Okay, hold on. So you know how I was telling you there was this car in front of me being really weird and taking forever, and it didn't even look like she was ordering, and I didn't know what she was doing. She was like sitting there. She just drove right by the window. Like, apparently she never even placed her order. Like, she didn't even complete it. Maybe there was like a problem and they didn't have what she wanted, and she just had to stay in the line the whole rest of the time. I don't know if that was me, Carol. I don't remember that. Yeah, Yorkies, they're awesome. I really like her. Yawned a lot. Or she. But one day at my dad's house, we had been there for like 5 minutes. Oh, it was Rachel. Oh my gosh. Jeez.
So it goes up to 12:27.
Okay.
Did you get your order? Was the nachos and the cheese quesadilla?
No,
No sauce?
no, I think that was the car that took off in front of me.
Okay. Can you give me one moment? Okay, so it's the 5 spicy potato salad taco and 2 packs of cinnamon.
Yeah.
And then nachos.
Yeah.
Okay, so it goes up to 1072.
All right.
It's okay, you get to use the items for the
What? Oh shoot.
Give us one moment, get that out.
Okay.
You like that?
Okay. Thank you. Heck yeah. Yeah, I don't know what it is with Taco Bell lately, but every time I come here, I feel like the last 3 times I streamed, I came to Taco Bell, and 1, maybe 2 of the times it died while I was in line, so you guys don't even know how long those times took. It's been crazy lately. I think everyone is moving, and they're all stress eating spicy soft potato tacos from Taco Bell. I've found my people here. Whoo-wee! Who's gonna drive you home tonight? Can't go on thinking nothing's wrong with me. Who's gonna drive you home tonight? Da-da-da-da-da. When you sleep, can't go on. My goodness. My goodness. There's so much to do. I don't know if I'm going to get home and do more work. If I'm going to help my wife pack. Or if I'm just going to go to sleep and start fresh tomorrow. I don't know. I just can't wait. Like, have you ever felt this way? Whether you have like a test coming up, or something at work, or some situation with your family, or some appointment or whatever, like you're just dreading something, and you're like, and it could be the most random number, like 4 days, 8 days, 12 days, like whatever the number is, it's like 7 days from this exact moment, everything's gonna be good. Like 7 days from right now, this will all be over. No more walkthroughs, no more inspections, no more appraisals, no more repairs. It's just 7 more days. Like, a million things can happen in between, but just like, I just want to put myself there. Because I know when I'm there, it's done. Like, let's say you have to go have some crazy surgery on your teeth or something, or you have some crazy life-changing test you have to take in college or something, and it's like tomorrow. Then it's like, I just want it to be 2 days from now already, so all the anxiety's gone, all the stress, all the worry, all the frustration. No matter what happens in between, at least when I'm there, it'll be done. Thank you. That's okay. You too. It has been so ridiculous. It has been so crazy the last several weeks. Ugh. Like, I think I've mentioned it before, but the people who are buying our house, we kind of stalked them. We looked them up on Facebook. They look like cool people. They look fine. Nice looking young couple. But their agent is a nightmare. She's so annoying. And she just complains about everything, and she wants us to do everything, and she keeps nitpicking at everything, and then she sets an appointment, and she shows up way earlier than she's supposed to. And then we're expecting her to actually show up for certain things, and she doesn't, and then we have to go back to the house and let people in. It's just been crazy. And then yesterday, was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday on Easter. On Easter, they came to our house to do a walkthrough. So we had to make sure we weren't there on Easter, on a Sunday, and they came and did their walkthrough. And they decided to pick at things that she did not take note of in her initial walkthrough. When the agent goes into the home that her buyers want, she's supposed to do this initial walkthrough and say, okay, this is kind of messed up. We'd like them to fix this. This thing looks weird. We have some concerns with this. Okay, so she did that with certain things. And those things ended up being addressed. Either we said, okay, yeah, we'll fix it, or you're crazy. No. We moved on from that. There were things we fixed. There were things we didn't. We compromised. We moved on. So yesterday, the walkthrough is supposed to be like a formality. The walkthrough is supposed to be a formality, and also them confirming that we did do the things that we said we would do. But what she did yesterday was she was telling our agent, I want them to do this, and I want them to fix that, and I want this change. And our agent was like, no, you didn't even write that in your initial walkthrough. So initially, you had no problem with this thing that was always apparent. This isn't a new thing. Your inspector said nothing about it. No mention about it whatsoever. The appraiser said nothing about it. The lender required none of this, said nothing about it. You have no grounds to ask for these things. If you had a problem, you should have mentioned it initially, and then you could have tried to get the lender or the inspector or whoever to back you up. But now she's asking for things out of nowhere that's completely brand new. It's just such a headache. She's so crazy. Oh man. I kind of like to think that her clients don't like her either. I kind of want to maintain in my mind that they are the nice people we think they are, and they're probably rolling their eyes at her too, and they're probably like, she's crazy. But I just want it to be over. I just want to get past this. I want to be in my new house. I have to admit that I'm getting a little nostalgic. Like the other night, I was finished with all my work, and I was about to walk to the room to go to sleep, and I kind of just got stuck, and I was just kind of staring around. I was in the living room, and I was staring at the walls, and I was staring at the sliding door, and I was staring at the kitchen, and my eyes got stuck on the light, the little light that hangs above our kitchen table. And I started to think, it was almost like the whole Ebenezer Scrooge thing. I felt like I was who was it, Tiny Tim or whatever? I felt like I was standing there watching. I was standing there and I was watching us all eating at the table. I was just stuck there staring at the table with these visions of all the meals that we've had there and all the laughs and the conversations we've had and the kids acting silly and I got very emotional and there's been a lot of memories made there. I just kept thinking of all of it. I kept thinking about the little dances my kids would do in the living room, the movies we watched on the couch, they make popcorn and stuff, cotton candy in the kitchen. Just that was our home, And then I was like, it's so weird. In like a handful of days, these strangers are gonna be walking around in our house where my kids lived. It's so weird. I mean, I know this was our choice. I know we're going into a much better situation. Bigger house, nicer area. But it's like, that's ours. It was a new build. No one's ever lived there besides us. And it's just like, that's our place. Like, what are you doing? You can't live here. I know I want you to buy it and I want your money, but you can't live here. It's so weird. I look at the backyard and I think of all the baseball and the soccer and the tag and the kids on the trampoline and it's like, what are they gonna do with it? Are they gonna take care of it? Are they gonna respect it? Are they gonna appreciate it? I mean, at the same time, I know I'm going to be real excited being in that new place, and there's so many features of it that makes it better than our current situation, but I do have a sentimental disposition. That's just me. This little planner thing that my wife made. Little Bob Vila hanging in front of the house, like all these plants we planted, trees we planted. Can go on. Vincent, on a scale of 1 to Steven Tyler screaming, how loud do you sing in the car? Oh, when I'm not streaming, when I'm streaming, I hold back. When I'm not streaming, I would say I go full Steven Tyler. Absolutely, I go full Steven Tyler. I love singing in the car. When I'm not streaming, and I said this the other night when I was streaming, every time I get in the car, I have to make a choice. Every time I get in the car, when I'm alone, am I gonna stream, or am I gonna plug in the phone and go full Steven Tyler? And the reason I go full Steven Tyler when I'm not streaming is because then I can use my phone to put on the music I want. When I stream, then I'm just stuck with whatever on the radio. Plus, I don't want to freak you guys out, and I don't want to peak, the audio and sound all crazy on here. But yeah, I go full Steven Tyler, no doubt. I love singing in the car. Marilena, Mr. Rager. When I saw your name, I was like, he might be from MMA. Especially when you said homie. I was like, I have a feeling he came over from MMA. That was when I put my nose on the wall. I always forgot me. That was me when I put my nose. Jeez. That was me when I was working at the restaurant. That was messed up. Ooh, sideways. Ah. That's what happened to my wife. Yeah, it was. She had that problem with her wisdom teeth and the root. Oh man. It took her a while to get the feeling back in her mouth after they took it out. Oh, I'm sorry I'm keeping you up, Rachel. We're at the end here. I just parked. I don't even know. The Purge. I want to watch The Purge. Oh my gosh, I hate that so much. It's like, how do they even, like, they know that no one believes them when they talk about that ice cream. They know it. You can even tell in their voice that they know that they're lying. It's like all sheepish. Oh, I love Barnes and Noble so much. I could spend days there. Yes, Sarah, she would be on my list. Rachel, are your brothers in the Squid Squad yet? My wife texted me right now and she's like, how come every time you go to the store, you take an hour and a half to get back? And I was like, I'm trying to stream, woman. And then she was like, that's why you were so anxious to go to the store. And then she put like rolling eyes. I like it. I love streaming. It's a part of me now. They forgot. Well, oh shoot, I forgot I have ice cream in here. I have stuff in here that can melt. Plus, I got my tacos. I'm gonna go inside, watch some Arrested Development, and eat my tacos. So thank you for being here. I appreciate all of you. Oh, I forgot why I was gonna tell my whole story. Long story short, my Chevy broke. I was gonna get it fixed today. Mechanic was closed today. I'm gonna take it tomorrow, which means my wife will have her vehicle. I won't have a vehicle. The Cadillac is also not running right now. I have that parked right now. So I'm gonna have to take the Chevy into the shop. I will not have a ride to the office. So we will probably not be doing a podcast tomorrow. So things are still not back to normal yet. Whoo! But thank you for being here. I always love saying hello. I love the chit chat. It's fun. Go scope out the jokes, everybody. Good night, everybody. Have wonderful dreams and be safe out there. Don't drive 110 in your